Hi, friends.
Hello, friends. I am Mr. Bryan, and my pronouns are he and him. And over there, or somewhere on your screen is,
I'm Miss Madison, and my pronouns are she and her.
yup. And today we are going to be talking about, drum roll please. That was a long drum roll. Objective and intention. Objective and intention. And what a character wants. What a character wants more than anything. And we're going to use the text and some activity to go into that a little bit more. But before we do, I want to check in with how we're feeling today. And I lied. We are going to talk about the 3 tools of the actor first, because at Quinn Street Project, drama is all about telling a story using the 3 tools of the actor. Number 1, repeat after me, do as I do. Body.
Body.
Number 2, voice.
Voice.
And number 3, imagination.
Imagination.
Fabulous. And now I want to check in with how we're feeling today so we can bring that into the space. So I want you to think, don't think too hard. I want you to think of a word that describes how you're feeling today. Go with the first thought that comes to your brain. First thought, best thought. I want to know how you're feeling, not anybody else. So focus on your own self. And got that word? Beautiful. Now what I want you to do is give me a tableau of how you're feeling today. Use your whole body to create that picture. Use your face, your body, use that whole entire screen. And I'll give you a countdown from 5. So ready, set, give me that tableau, that frozen picture in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and freeze. And let me see. All right. No, you're not doing it. You are. Wonderful. Everyone's doing it. Fantastic. All right. Now, keep that frozen. I want you to take a big deep breath in. Breathe in that feeling. Be aware of how you're feeling today. Big deep breath in. And as we exhale, everyone exhale. Bring your hands to your side. And bring that energy and yourselves into the space. And let's warm up with Miss Madison.
Awesome, friends. All right, here we go. Everybody take a big deep breath in and a big deep breath out. Wonderful. You're going to reach up to the sky. Stretch. Get as tall as you possibly can. If you want to stand up, this would be a great time to do it. Stretch. Reach up and drop your fingers. Bunk. And your hands. Bunk. And your elbows. Bunk. And wear your shoulders as earrings. Hello. Look at my fancy earrings. They are my arms. Deep breath in. Squeeze everything and drop it. Make a noise. One more time. Up. And awesome. Out of thin air, you're going to grab your magical actor backpack. And you are going to put it on your back. You're going to reach back with your right arm and unzip it. Zip. Pull out a giant crayon, strap it to your head, and draw circles on the ceiling. And go the other direction. And take your crayon off, break it in half, strap it to your shoulders, and now draw circles on the walls. Circles on the walls with your crayons. Nice. Make them really big, and then bring them forward and make them really tiny circles. Look at them. And take your crayons off, throw them away. Say, bye, crayons, get out of here.
Peace.
Get out of here. Peace. All right, and now you're going to reach into your magical actor backpack with your left arm and pull out your giant cleaning towel. And you're going to clean your house because you just drew all over the walls and ceilings. You have 5 seconds. Ready, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Throw that towel away. It's dirty. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more time. Out. Wonderful. You're going to take your backpack off your back. Put it in front of you. Boop. You're going to pull out a basketball. Boop. And you are going to dribble that basketball. Bounce. And switch. Bounce. And switch hands. Bounce. And really fast in between your hands. As fast as you can go. Faster. And really slow. Boom. And normal speed. Dribble. And catch it. You're going to throw it up in the air as high as you can. Ready, go. And you're going to count down from 10 as you watch it come down. Count with me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Catch it on your elbow. Bunk. And switch elbows. And your shoulder. And your other shoulder. And your nose. Spin it on your finger. and catch it. Using all of your superhero strength, you're going to crush that basketball into a gumball. Pop it in your mouth. Give me 5 really nice big chews. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blow a little bubble, medium bubble, big bubble, and you're going to pop it. And now there's gum all over you, so you're going to say, oh no.
Oh no.
Get it off, get it off, get it off. And flick that gum away. Get out of here, gum. Deep breath in, deep breath out. And now we're going to warm up our voices. Repeat after me. Bubba.
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 Bubba, 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 bubba.
Bubba. Bubba. Bubba. Bubba.
Caw-caw.
Caw-caw.
Caw-caw. Caw-caw, 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 caw-caw. Da-da.
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 Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Gaga.
Gaga.
With a G. Gaga.
Gaga.
Gaga. Na-na.
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 Na-na-na-na-na-na.
Na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Ta-ta.
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 Ta-ta, 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 ta-ta.
Ta-ta. Ta-ta. Ta-ta. Ta-ta.
The-the.
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 And Miss Madison's favorite. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Awesome. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Close your eyes. Reach up to the sky one more time. And you're going to take a big yawn. Awesome. If you are standing, you can stay standing or you can sit or whatever, vice versa. But get comfy because we're going to chat for a second. Now we are warmed up in all of our tools of an actor. We are going to put on our, nope, we're not going to put on our actor clothes just yet because we're not ready for rehearsal. But we are going to talk about today a new word alert, new word alert. Objective. Objective. All right. O-B-J-E-C-T-I-V-E. Objective. And an objective, when we say that big fancy word in theater, an objective is just a goal. Yeah. G-O-A-L. A goal. Not something you score, but something you want. Yeah. A goal is something you want to achieve. So every single person, every single living thing actually has an objective at every single moment in time. Whoa. Even if you're just walking down the street, where are you walking to? Yeah. I want to go to the park. That's your objective. That's what you're trying to do. I want to go to the store. That's your objective. That's what you're trying to do. Yeah. So let's look at some examples of what some objectives might be in real life. Right now, Miss Madison's objective is that I want to teach you about objectives via this video. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to accomplish, what I'm trying to achieve, and hopefully I achieve it. But let's look at some other real life examples of objectives. Mr. Bryan, if you were, no, here we go. Let's look at some other real life examples, sorry friends, of objectives. So some objectives might be if you really don't want to take the garbage out, but your parents or your grown-ups or whoever is like, no, you have to take the garbage out and you don't want to, then convincing them that you don't want to, that would be your objective. Yeah, I want to not have to take the trash out. If your teacher says, if you do this thing, I will give you candy, then your objective would be to get the candy, right? Do the thing, get the candy. Mr. Bryan, what are some other examples of some real life objectives?
All right, let me see. Let's say that you have to get up and go to school. All right, let's say you have to be at school at 8 o'clock. All right, your objective is to be there on time at 8 o'clock. So you would figure out how to do that. You would get yourself up, you would make that plan. So how would you achieve that objective? 8 o'clock, so get up at whatever time to get there on time. Because no matter what, when you have a goal, if you achieve it, there's a consequence after, right? So being there on time means you're there on time, you do all the things you're supposed to do, and you don't have to worry about anything else. Because what happens if you don't achieve that objective? Let's say you don't get there at 8 o'clock. Let's say you don't do the thing you're supposed to do. Sometimes when you have a goal, an objective, part of it is also what happens as a result. So the danger sometimes, or as another word for it is stakes. So a lot of the time, if you're reading a story, if you're watching a play, objective is all about the danger involved, the stakes if you don't achieve that. So let's think of some of our favorite stories. Miss Madison, what's one of your favorite stories? I'm asking randomly here.
Ooh, one of my favorite stories is Mulan.
Mulan. Okay, so perfect. What happens if, let's see here, what happens
So Mulan's objective is to save China.
if she doesn't?
Then everybody dies.
That's pretty big stakes, I would say. So a story, an objective is connected to story. And I guess what I'm trying to say, maybe Miss Madison, you can help me say this clearer. What I'm trying to say is the bigger the stakes, the bigger the danger, the greater the goal, the more we're pulled into the story. So when you're thinking about that, as Miss Madison said already, every character, every moment has those objectives because we want to go along with that journey and see what happens next. We want to know what happens because we don't always know. But that's what makes a story fun. We want to root for that character. We want to go along with that journey.
Yes, exactly. All right, so let's talk about our story, Mufaro's beautiful daughters, right? We have a few characters. We have Manyara, the mean sister. We have Nyasha is her name, the nice sister. And we also have Mufaro, the father. And the king, but the king starts as Nyoko, the snake. So today we're going to focus mostly on Manyara and when we do staging later. And Manyara's objective is what? It's to be the queen, right? And so every single thing that she does is in service to that goal, to become the queen, to marry the king. Yeah, every single thing that she does. And she doesn't achieve her objective. And that's what makes the story exciting. So we're going to look at a little handout with Mr. Bryan.
Yup. And I want us all to take a look at our, if you can right now, if you need a pause, please do so, the character analysis / staging worksheet. And it'll say character analysis handout, character analysis on the top. And taking the character of Minyara, I almost said Minyara, but help me remember. Thank you.
It's a good way to remember it.
Yeah, very true. All right. And we are focusing on Minyara, sorry. And let's take a look at that sheet. And we're just going to go through the questions real quick before we go in depth here. So what is your character's wildest dream? All right, I can speak today, I promise. What is your character's wildest dream? Number 2, what is your character afraid of? Thank you. Number 3, let me just change this up here. What does your character say about themselves? And last, what does your character say about others? Just kidding. On the next page, what do other characters say about your character? And at the very end there, what does your character want? So let's put ourselves in the point of view with this statement here. Again, we're going to come back to it. From the point of view of Minyara, if you're Minyara, as Minyara, I want to blank so that I can blank. All right. So what is that objective? What is that thing they want more than anything? So that I can, and what happens as a result? What happens as a result? What do you get out of it? What is that? I'm gonna use the word dream. What is that thing that's like, when I say dream, I don't mean like sleep dream. I mean, what is that thing that's so amazing that that happens as a result? All right. So let's go back to that first question. For Minyara, what is your character's wildest dream? What do they dream? What do they think about? What do they want more than anything in the world? What do they want more than anything in the world? And I want you to take a moment, pause right now, and I want you to think about in the story as we go through it, what does Minyara want more than anything? All right, pause, give yourself like.
Or whichever character you've chosen.
Oh, also, okay. So
Yeah.
whatever character you've chosen, I'm sorry.
We're gonna example Minyara. You could do any character.
What does Minyara want? So rewind. So we'll go through this together, and then I want you to do it with your character that you've chosen. So, what is Minyara? What is Minyara's wildest dream? So, we talked about this a little bit earlier. So, when we talk about objective and intention, we usually find that out in the beginning of the journey as well, because we have to go on that journey knowing that the character wants something. Something is going to happen with that character that they want to achieve. So we find out that she wants to be the queen, and she wants to marry, right? So that's the wildest dream. And what is Minyara afraid of? What is Minyara afraid of? What do you think she's afraid of?
I think that she's think. I think that she's afraid that her sister is better than her.
I would agree. And I like this question. What does your character say about themselves? Now, they might actually say it, or they might reveal it in their action. Miss Madison, what does Minyara say about themselves? Oh, I'm sorry. Pause, scratch. I forget with this, we have to pause. I want you to think for yourself. I want you to write something down. Anything, first thing that comes to mind. Take a look through the actual story itself, from what you remember. What does Minyara say about themselves? Or what do they do that shows what they say about themselves? What do they reveal? Go ahead, Miss Madison.
I think Minyara says that she knows she's very beautiful, but I also think that Minyara says that she knows that Nyasha, people like her more, people like her sister more.
Yeah.
She is less liked.
And what does your character say about other characters? What does your character say? What does Minyara say about other characters? Take a second. Think about that. Think. Now, what does Minyara say about other characters, Ms. Madison?
She says to her sister that she believes that her kindness is actually weakness.
Yeah. So that reveals a lot about the type of character that she is, right? And then last question here. What do other characters say about your character? What do other characters say about Minyara? Now, I'm thinking. Gotta remember to pause here. Think about it. Other characters, so we might have Nyasha. So what does Nyasha say maybe about her sister? What does Nyasha say about her sister?
Nyasha actually says really nice things about her sister. She says that she's very clever and that she's very smart, and everybody says that Minyara is very beautiful. But it's not till the end that people start to, besides the narrator, that people start to say bad things about Minyara because she did all of those mean things to the king on her journey.
So let's look at our last question. And it's funny, when we're doing this, you start to reveal, you start to find out, filling these out real quickly, what the objective is for Minyara, I'm sorry. So as Minyara, I want you to fill in this blank. What does your character want? So take a moment, fill this out. With the information you have, what does Minyara want? I want to blank, fill that in, so that I can blank. And friends, we're gonna wait here. We're watching you. Seeing you fill that out. Yeah, that sounds about right. Mm-hmm. Yes. So let me see here. For mine, I should probably fill this out here. All right, so just type that in there. I want to marry the king so that I can be queen and everyone else can be my servant. That's what I filled out. What'd you fill out, Miss Madison?
I wrote for Manyara, I want to prove I'm better than my sister so that I can be queen.
And friends, what'd you fill out? What'd you fill out? Yeah, all valid. I like it. All right. All right, friends. And now we're not done. I want you to take a moment now. I want you to hit pause and I want you to fill out for different characters. So we did Manyara together. Now you have Nyasha as well. And you have the entire story. So choose a character and see what you can do with it. And yeah, take 5, 8 minutes and pause and fill it out for yourselves and see what you come up with. And once you do that, please come back because we have more stuff to do. All right, and now we're back. Wow, 8 minutes went by fast. All right, and now let's do some staging.
Friends, it is time for rehearsal. Rehearsal, all right? So we got to pull on our fancy actor pants and our fancy actor jackets and our fancy actor scarves and our fancy actor hats and our actor glasses and our scripts and our coffee. Here we go. Off to rehearsal, all right? So deep breath in, deep breath out. Awesome. Last week we started staging. And remember, staging is I'm going to tell you where to cross in your screen. Maybe you're moving stage right, maybe you're moving stage left, maybe you're moving down stage, maybe you're moving up stage, maybe you're moving on a diagonal in any of those directions, and what you're going to do, what physical gesture you're going to do. So remember that anytime your character, the character that you have chosen, the name gets said, you're going to pose like that character. So if you're Mufaro and I say Mufaro, you're going to pose like Mufaro, however you think that is. It doesn't have to be this. It could be anything you want. If I say Manyara, you're going to pose like Manyara. Whatever you want to do. All right. So here we go. And some other things that I'm going to tell you as we go. We're just going to do a short section today. Do it. That night, when everyone was asleep, Manyara stole quietly out of the village. So friends who are playing Manyara, and let's have everybody play Manyara right now. Manyara stole quietly out of the village. I want you to cross from stage left to stage right very sneakily. Ready? So here we go. Manyara stole quietly out of the village. She had never been in the forest at night before, and she was frightened. Everybody show me what frightened looks like. But her greed to be the first to appear before the king drove her on. In her hurry, she almost stumbled over a small boy who suddenly appeared standing in the path. And let's all be the small boy right now. Please, said the boy. So you're going to enter from stage right. Hello. Please, said the boy. I am hungry. Will you give me something to eat? And so, boy, your line is going to be, I am hungry. All right. And really show me that you're hungry. Ready, go. I am hungry. And Manyara says, and you can say this, Manyara's, I have brought only enough for myself.
I have only brought enough for myself.
And the boy says, here we go. But please, I am so hungry.
I am so hungry.
And Manyara says, out of my way, boy.
Out of my way, boy.
Very good. Tomorrow I will become your queen. How dare you stand in my path? So Manyara's, then you'll keep, boys, you'll exit stage right. And Manyara's, you'll exit stage left. Then you'll come back in. After traveling for what seemed to be a great distance, so now Manyara is tired. Whew. After traveling for what seemed to be a great distance, Manyara came to a small clearing. There, silhouetted against the moonlight, was an old woman seated on a large stone. Now we're all going to be the old woman for today. The old woman spoke. Repeat after me, old women. I will give you some advice, Manyara.
I will give you some advice, Manyara.
And then you're not going to repeat after me. You're just going to act this out as I'm saying it. Soon after you pass the place where the two paths cross, you will see a grove of trees. They will laugh at you. You must not laugh in return. Later, you will meet a man with his head under his arm. You must be polite to him. And Manyara says, stand back, you ugly old woman. Oh. And Manyara's, let's say this. stand back, you ugly old woman,
Stand back, you ugly old woman.
and push her out of the way and run off.
Mm.
Very good. All right, last little bit that we're going to do today. Just as the old woman had foretold, Manara came to a grove of trees, and they did indeed seem to be laughing at her. So let's all be the trees laughing at her. And Manara says, I must be calm. And Manara's repeat after me. I will not be frightened.
I will not be frightened.
Nice. She looked up at the trees and laughed out loud. I will laugh at you, trees. Let's say that. I will laugh at you, trees.
I will laugh at you, trees.
She shouted and she hurried on. It was not yet dawn when Manara heard the sound of rushing water. Let's all be the water. The river must be up ahead, she thought. The great city is just on the other side. But there on the rise, she saw a man with his head tucked under his arm. Manara ran past him without speaking. Run, 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 Manaras, run, run, run. A queen acknowledges only those who please her, she said to herself. And Manaras, you're going to run away and chant, I will be queen, I will be queen, I will be queen. Go.
I will be queen, I will be queen, I will be queen.
Oh, yes, Riff. All right, very nice. As she hurried on towards the city. And friends, that's the only staging we're going to do for that. So if you want to re-rehearse, I know that was pretty quick. So we're going to re-rehearse, just rewind. Right? And go back to where we started rehearsing and practice again. All right? And if you're not playing Manara, then that's okay too. You can practice it anyways. Or you can be the old woman or the man or the trees. Being the trees was pretty fun, huh, Mr. Bryan?
Yeah, yeah.
We had a good time being trees.
And if you don't know which one to do, you could practice it as one, then as another, and you can, decide to change it up every now and then. But give yourself how much time? Like 30 seconds, Miss Madison? Or
oh, yeah, at least.
All right.
At least.
All right. Oh, we're doing things next, huh?
Let's reflect.
Let's reflect. All right, friends. So today was all about character analysis, and we played around with understanding what a character's objective or intention is, what a character's goal is. All right, what they hope to achieve, what they want in the story. All right, we explored that through again that character analysis sheet that we did by exploring what they want, what they feel about themselves, what they say about themselves, but also what other characters might say about them as well. It helped us to investigate using the text, using what we have in front of us to be, I guess, kind of like detectives and investigators and figure that out. And then we did a little bit of blocking with that knowledge, with building that information and building that foundation so we could make that story even clearer for ourselves. Because if we believe it and we know it, then the audience knows it, because that's important as well, connecting those two. And all right, enough of that. So what I want you to do now is I want you to, before we go, I want you next class, I want you to think about a story, a true story from your own lives. All right. This doesn't have to be a happy story. This doesn't have to be any kind of story. As long as it's a true story. All right. And I want you to think between now and next class, I want you to be prepared to tell this story multiple times and really, know it. It doesn't have to be any longer than a minute or two. In fact, I would probably recommend keep it tight, like a minute, because what I want you to do is we're going to take this story and we're going to be able to play around with it and tell it in different ways. What do I mean by that? You're going to find out next week. So if it's a story you do not...
Cliffhanger!
Can we all say dun, dun, dun?
Dun, dun, dun!
Thank you for indulging me. So if you're not comfortable telling the story, choose a different story. It could be something as simple as, something you did last, I almost said summer, but, during a happy time, during a vacation, during a getaway, or maybe something that happened during the time we were all indoors. Whatever the story is, just give yourself time and think. And I want you to also, there's a part two. There's a lot of things this week for our final reflection here. I want us to think about, ask your families, ask your people at home if your own culture, if your own background, if your own family has any roots, any or background in oral tradition or storytelling. All right. And when I say oral tradition, I just mean like stories passed down from generation to generation, from family to family, from parents to children to their children. So I would say it's because, especially for my family, like asking those things is really crazy because I didn't know until I asked. Like I had, for me, Peruvian and Irish stories. So how about you, Miss Madison?
Yes, we have a lot of, I don't have a lot of cultural stories, but we do tell a lot of stories about like older family members that I didn't know, but I feel like I know them because there are so many stories about them.
Yeah, and we keep those stories and traditions alive by simply talking about them with each other within our family. So go forth, find out about that. And now what I want you to do, show me a tableau of how you're feeling. How are you feeling today? How are you feeling about class, what we just experienced? So show me that tableau in 3, 2, 1, go. And freeze. And take a big deep breath in. Breathe that feeling in. And with an exhale, exhale, exhale that feeling out. And bring yourselves into the world. And I want us to all put your hands in the middle. Almost forgot that. Put your hands in the middle, and I want you to say drama class on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Drama. Oh. Drama class.
There we go. All right, friends. Go forth into the world. You're fabulous, and we will see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.